There's something quietly powerful about starting with the bedroom when the rest of the house feels chaotic. Renovation has a way of spilling into every corner of your life. Dust on the surfaces, tools tucked into unexpected places, half-finished projects waiting for attention. And while it's exciting, it can also be exhausting. That's why I always come back to the bedroom. Tidying clothes, folding them slowly, and putting them back into the wardrobe is not just about organisation. It's about reclaiming a little pocket of peace. When everything else feels temporary or unsettled, this bedroom becomes a room that can hold you. A room that's finished, even if just for today. Each hanger straightened, each drawer closed, gives a sense of quiet progress that's just as valuable as painting a wall or laying a floor. It's a reminder that you're not only building a house, you're also tending to yourself. Because the truth is, you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't keep giving all your energy to the renovation if you don't also give a little bit back to yourself. Walking back into a tidy bedroom after a long day makes all of the difference. It becomes a sanctuary, a soft place to land when the work feels heavy. Renovating one room at a time does not mean you can't enjoy the others along the way. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is simply fold a pile of laundry, smooth out the sheets, and remind yourself that home is still here, even in the middle of the mess. That reset matters more than we realise. And once you've created that sense of calm, it becomes a lot easier to step away. Renovations have a way of pulling you in. There's always one more task, one more corner to finish, one more plan to make. But the truth is, you need moments that take you outside of everything. Heading out for the evening, even just for an hour, resets your mind in ways no tidy room can. It's a reminder that life is still happening alongside the renovation. For me, these little pauses are about balance. It's about saying, I can love this project, but I can love my life outside of it too. Going out doesn't mean you're neglecting the renovation. It means you're protecting yourself from burning out. Because when you return, you'll notice you're lighter, clearer, and even more inspired. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your home is to step away from it and let the time away feed your creativity and energy when you come back. The garden is always waiting, quietly growing, quietly teaching. No matter how dusty or unfinished the inside of the house feels, stepping out here gives me perspective. The grass doesn't rush to grow. The flowers don't bloom overnight. Everything has its own rhythm, and in that there's a lesson. Renovation is so often about deadlines and lists, but the garden reminds me that the best transformations are the slow ones. When I sit here, even for a moment, I notice the beauty in what's imperfect. A lavender plant that's a little too wild, a path that's slightly overgrown, yet somehow that wildness feels more alive and more real. It tells me that a home doesn't have to look perfect to feel good. Sometimes, in fact, the beauty is in its imperfections. Resetting in the garden grounds me. The colours, the scents, even the way the air feels different than inside the house, it's all medicine. This is where I breathe deeper. This is where I remember that renovation is not a race, it's a journey. One that can be savoured slowly, just like the garden grows. Then there's the patio. It's such a simple space, but one that has become symbolic for me. Clearing the chairs, brushing away the leaves, sweeping the stone. These are not grand gestures, but they create an instant shift. It's like opening up a new chapter, one that says, yes, things are messy, but here in this corner, it is calm. And then, of course, there's the countryside. Nothing resets me quite like this. When you step out into open fields, it's as if the renovation worries shrink in size. Walls and ceilings and colour palettes don't matter out here. What matters is the sky overhead, the wind moving through the trees, the simple rhythm of footsteps on soft ground. Walking through the countryside reminds me why I'm doing all this in the first place. Home isn't only about walls and paint. It's about creating a life that feels calm, nourishing, and connected. Out here, I find that connection again. Each walk becomes a kind of meditation, where the weight of renovation softens and the noise in my head quiets. I think these walks are just as important as laying tiles or choosing fixtures. They're part of the work too, because they restore something inside me that the renovation can easily drain. And finally, back home, I turn to the jet washer. It's one of those small jobs that gives an immediate sense of reward. Watching the dirt lift away, revealing the stone beneath, feels symbolic of the whole renovation process. Sometimes change is slow and almost invisible, but other times it's instant, right before your eyes. And those little bursts of transformation carry so much encouragement. So whether you're renovating one room at a time or simply trying to keep life steady in the middle of change, remember this. Resets are not a distraction. They are the very thing that makes the journey sustainable. And in those moments of calm, you'll find the strength to keep building the home and the life you truly want.